Tony KATZ, Facebook, Tony KATZ Radio, and the lawsuits may be settled. I want to know when people go to jail. I'm talking about the IRS. I'm talking about the fact that the DOJ has settled the lawsuits regarding the IRS going after Tea Party groups. Don't tell me about your politics, whether you liked or didn't like the Tea Party. It's inconsequential. The IRS attacked people for their political beliefs and tried to silence them. This is what happened under Lois Lerner. This is what happened under Koskinen. This is what happened. This is who they are. This is what they did. So the DOJ admits that there were serious problems, that the IRS did not provide these groups their tax-exempt status based solely on their viewpoint or ideology. That's the actual quote from the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions. So these groups that wanted to raise money and wanted to really get involved in conversations, they were prevented from doing so because their tax-exempt status was put in limbo. It was put in limbo purposefully. That's what happened. Groups involving Tea Party or Patriots or those with a specific policy position concerning government spending, they were subject to, and the quote is, inappropriate screening or inappropriate criteria to screen applications. It is improper for the IRS to single out groups for different treatment based on their names or ideological positions. That's the statement from the Attorney General. That's not enough. I want to know when these people go to jail. I want Lois Lerner in jail. I want Koskinen in jail. Why aren't they in jail? Think about what they did. Think about what John Koskinen did. Think about what Lois Lerner did. They proactively worked to stifle free speech. By the way, one of the many reasons I believe in getting rid of the IRS. The IRS used as a cudgel against the American people. It's been used to divide us. It's been used to create class warfare. And in the Obama administration, in one of the biggest scandals that media refuses to call a scandal, it was used to silence Americans who had a different point of view. Of course I believe in getting rid of the IRS. What do we all have, our skulls? I just gave you three things there. I'm telling you, in the past 104 years, since the IRS came into existence, the income tax of 1913, tell me what value we've gotten out of it. Because I'll show you what hell it has created. And it's not enough. I mean, that the lawsuits are settled is great. Listen, I'm not going to see any money. I'm not too worried about it. But I want people in jail because what Lois Lerner did is a crime. And if someone is so ideologically hateful and spiteful and bigoted that they don't recognize that using a government agency to thwart free speech is a crime, then those are people you shouldn't let in your house because it's a crime. And John Koskinen should go to jail because he's guilty of a crime. He's guilty of suppressing their free speech. He's guilty of attacking these people. You know, there are these things called slap suits, right? Strategic lawsuit against public participation. They're basically like nuisance suits, and you sue somebody to stop them from, talking bad about you or moving a policy position, what have you. And there are rules against these things. Well, dear Lord, how is it not that Lois Lerner and John Koskinen aren't guilty of this kind of stifling of free speech, suppression of free speech, an attack on the Constitution from beginning to end under the guise of a government agency? Throw them in jail. And if you think I'm kidding, look at my face. Do I look like I'm kidding to you? I'm Tony KATZ.
I just keep hearing repeal, replace, repeal.